So we did this on our live Q&A on Monday. It was a profound healing with one of our clients who said, I'm really afraid, Vanessa, of doing these videos and sharing my truth. And I don't know why. I've done so many programs that I am afraid. Similar to this guest's question, which we will address. And I had a guest speaker on our live Q&A, a dear friend of mine and colleague, Derek Hart, who I would do an injustice to tell you he's a relationship coach. I think he's a very emotionally evolved being on the planet. Helped me and my husband greatly, is still helping my husband and I greatly with our own communication and understanding. And he said, so let's do this. Let's not talk about this. Let's do this to this client on the live Q&A. Put your hand on your heart and say, I'm afraid. I'm really, really afraid. I'm really angry. And be in that. So there's a time of running away and being busy and busy and hurry. And now is a time of like, stop all of that and be with that emotion. Big deep breath. So that's my invitation for you. If your emotion is a good one, if it's peace, be with that. If your emotion is anger, is fear, is rage, war, violence, doubt, stop, hands on heart. I am that, I am this. And allow yourself to be that. Now, the thing I know about emotions, and if you're just tuning in, my name is Vanessa Simpkins. I do run an amazing women's empowerment company called takeyourpowerbacknow.com. Most days I feel like I'm hanging on to a train going 500 miles an hour and that thing is taking me with it. So to say I run the company is kind of a joke. It's got its own heartbeat and its own momentum, and I feel very blessed and grateful to have the space for it to exist, or have birthed it to exist here. And I'm 41 years old. I would say 23 years of doing spiritual work, personal development work. The one thing I know about emotions is that they all actually want to leave. And in this process of conscious awakening and spiritual evolution, in our physical body, that's a channel for emotions, for love. We can't fill a space with something that's already there. So these lower emotions, and you can even call, love is really high. Peace and acceptance are really, really high up there. I mean, they're high on the scale of emotional vibration. But when we're in fear and anger and doubt and uncertainty and control and all of these other lower states, you have to make space. You have to let that out. And the best way to do that is through acceptance. Yeah. So hands on your heart. I want to give you some tips and tools on how to actually do this, because I'm going to tell you guys something, man. I'm doing it too. I am an empath, oracle, channel, healer. Yeah, I'm pretty rad at fucking marketing copy and copywriting, but I basically am a channel. People show up in my programs and they ask me questions and I listen to them talk. And then all of a sudden I write down these real rad freaking program names and marketing pieces and people run off and become super successful. And what is that? Gift. It's channeling. And yet, I'm going to be really radically honest with you people. This is not easy. I have yet to see a unicorn or any pixie fairy dust sprinkled on me at this time. If you all have a different experience, let me know. This is hard fucking work, facing your shadows. So I want to share with you, the best way I know and what I've been sharing with our clients, which is to speak your truth with love. So step one, hands on your heart. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, and let the emotion run through you. Don't get up and walk away. So the other day, I'm going to tell a story. And I promise I'm going to open up for live Q&A. We're going to address that question. And my intention is not to sit here and have a sales pitch for you guys on our programs at all. But if you do ask me questions, I have an obligation, a responsibility, because we have solutions for you to answer those. So I will do that too, if that is asked, okay? But I want to tell you, this is not my intention for these calls at all. The other day I went to the lake with the dogs to go for a walk. It is insanity in a house being quarantined with COVID-19 with 3 children, 2 who are teenagers, other guests in our house. So I go to the lake and I go to pull out of the car and get out of the car and get the dogs ready and do the busy thing, do the avoiding thing, and let me just keep moving away from this emotion of anger. But I say, no, I'm just going to sit here, hands on my heart. And you know what? I'm really fucking angry. I'm so fucking angry. And then I started just rattling off about it, angry at so many things. Maybe I'm angry because maybe my anger is, as the empath, feeling the anger of women being suppressed for fucking lifetimes and thousands of fucking years. Wow. Yeah, I'm angry about certain reflections in my family and things that happen in my marriage and things that are still happening in my daily life, things that happen in my business. Yeah, I'm angry about all those things. But even on another level, it's like, what is this? So I started out in the car with anger, and then it moved to sadness. And then I got distracted and saw these, beautiful little kids running around outside. And then I actually felt good. The emotions through acceptance. I am this now. I'm not trying to avoid this. I'm not trying to eat this or soothe this feeling by doing something else. I'm actually loving myself by taking a moment here and being radically honest by myself and not trying to escape it and avoid it or project it out there onto other people to have to come back and repair later. So this kind of isolation quarantine thing right now is actually kind of, it's a fucking sharp sword and a soft heart. It's a blessing, and the holy smokes, is it a curse? So hands on heart, I feel this, let the emotion leave. So then there's space for something. Then there's space for love to come through your channel. Let love lead you. And that's not to say or to put fairy dust and unicorns on this terrifying, horrific experience of actually sitting still for a minute to feel the pain of those emotions. That's step one. Step two is being willing to be vulnerable, to share your truth with love to somebody else. And hopefully you get seen and heard and validated. The problem is most people are so wounded, they just trigger. One on bang, 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 bang. It's like fucking ping pong. That's a skill that we really aim to teach women here in our programs. And it happens in every single interaction, whether you're a healer, light worker, business owner, coach, consultant, speaker, mentor. You're in service business. You want to be in a service-based business. You're going to deal with relationships everywhere. Relationships with your clients. They need to feel validated, seen, and heard. Relationships with your team. They need to feel validated, seen, and heard. Relationships with your family, your kids, your spouses. And it's not a fucking tool that anybody. I have not seen it taught in any school. I have not seen it taught really anywhere. And it's critical.